So this video is just showing this guy completing his tip requirements. I like to make sure I can halter him a few different ways because everyone halters their horse differently. If you pay attention and watch how people halter their horses, they all do it a little bit different. So I come from above and then now I come from underneath and swing it over, and it doesn't seem that scary, but if you never do this with your horse, it can really freak some horses out. So I like to halter them a few different ways and just make sure that they're fine with both of them. Part of the tip requirements for these Mustangs are to make sure that they can pick up all 4 feet. Specifically says in there that they can pick up all 4 feet, not necessarily farrier ready. But I always like to try and go above and beyond. Just make sure you can really handle their feet well. This guy has been very reactive, very jumpy, tense. And with this back leg, he's not gentle or quiet about it. But I love that I can move his hip over. You can't see because it's on the other side, but I pushed him over, moved his hip over a little bit to get his weight off of that back leg, and then he let me pick it up. That has been a real struggle with him. Anytime I went to move his body by touching or whatever, he would freak out. So that's huge improvement. His back left leg has been harder. He's just a lot more reactive on it. And right here, he doesn't really want to move much. He has kind of his leg locked out, so I can't pick it up. So he moved it a little bit, so I gave him that reward and then went back to regrope and squeezing him, waiting for him to take his weight off of it so I can pick it up. I've had him for 3.5 weeks, I think, or 4 weeks, and he finally decided to join up with me. I hadn't pushed it too hard with him because he's just been reactive and nervous, but he finally decided to join up, and I was asking him to back up a little bit right there, come back with me. He doesn't want to stick with me pretty as well as he was, so I just clucked a little bit and asked for movement, and he came right back to me. So I was really happy about this when he finally decided to join up. So I always try and get these horses broke and quiet enough where I can go in their pen and pick up their feet without a halter on. If they're not comfortable with that, then they really should have some more time. But this guy is finally getting to the point where I can do that. I'm just trying to get him positioned where he's going to be in view of the camera. He typically takes a couple steps, at least 1 or 2 steps back when I go to pick up his back feet, which is fine. I was just trying to prep for it, and so I was trying to just move his body over so I could get on film him picking up his back legs. So this back left, like I said before, is one he's a little bit more cautious on. So I just take my time petting him, making sure he's relaxed because I don't want to put my face down there and get kicked. So just feeling him, making sure he's okay. He's got to do his little tail swap. Let me know he doesn't love it, but he stands there pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. The next compilation of videos are just me giving him antibiotics. All my horses have a mild upper respiratory infection. My vet doesn't think it's anything that everyone needs antibiotics, but just because he's leaving soon, I want to make sure that I treat him because he's going to a boarding facility. So I want to make sure that whatever he has, I give him a good dose of antibiotics. So he was on meds for 5 days, and then he'll leave about a week after I finish the last dose of antibiotics, just so I can watch him and make sure that he's all good and healthy. He didn't really show any signs of being sick, but I just wanted to nip it in the butt before anything started.